Welcome back to the Reptile Report. In this episode, we'll be exploring some of the most passionate and unique groups and activities on campus, including Vietnamese martial arts, the calisthenics club, the band, club soccer, and more. Let's get into it.
From the College of Journalism and Communications at the University of Florida, this is the Reptile Report.
It is one of the longest-running student clubs here at the University of Florida, teaching a martial art with history stretching back to Vietnam. But the philosophy is perfectly modern, using physical discipline to find the mental balance needed to push through a tough college campus life.
I am definitely more confident.
I think it's super releasing.
It's about adapting in adversity. It's about learning and persevering.
Kwang Nu. It is one of the longest-running student clubs at the University of Florida and a pillar of the martial arts community, with roots stretching across the world.
It's kind of just taken off.
The style, meaning hard, soft, was founded in Vietnam, blending traditional techniques with modern philosophy.
We've had a really rich history.
When the founder brought it to the U.S., he adapted the style, continuing the legacy of perseverance right here in Gainesville.
When he brought it to the U.S. for the first time, he was able to bring some of those aspects that he had learned.
The style came from perseverance, facing adversity, and instilling that in our students, I think, is really inspiring.
A graduate student here at UF, Nick Canino, has been at UF for more than 4 years, and he embodies that blend of physical discipline and philosophical guidance, carrying the lessons learned on the mat into his daily routine.
One of the things I love about Kwang Nu the most is that it's not just a way of fighting or a way of learning how to fight or defend yourself. It's also a way of living.
Kwang Nu is one of those sports where you get as much out as what you want to put in.
That dedication is rewarded with much more than just physical skill. It leads to lasting personal growth and a sense of belonging.
It's been a great opportunity to really expand my perspective in life.
And I think it's really great to have a community where you're able to explore and grow yourself.
The students find community and mentorship, but the experience is just as rewarding for those who lead and teach.
Seeing that moment of understanding click in a student, especially someone that you're mentoring yourself, is very rewarding.
For many, that connection starts with a simple, pure passion for the art.
I love martial arts.
A freshman here at UF, Anjani Paduri, has been practicing martial arts her whole life. For her, this dedication isn't just a sport, it's a deep personal passion.
When I come and when I train, it's just like, it's what I love. It's like an artist drawing a painting.
It's not just about what techniques you know how to do, it's also about understanding the principles behind them.
The philosophy of hard soft is also a guide for the modern college student, helping them balance intense academic pressure with physical discipline.
It's hard to study everything and then come here and practice and get physically trained and physically drained, right? And so, but learning how to balance that is part of the college life.
When it comes to physical fitness, it's the same thing, it's the same as much as academic rigor. It's your mind that has to be mentally prepared.
For students pushing through the intense academic demands of UF, the physical intensity of training becomes a needed mental break.
After all that rigorous math homework, biology, and whatever, I just want to come here and practice and take a break.
It is a unique form of growth, but one that perfectly complements the overall mission of the university.
Even here, obviously we're on a college campus. Everybody here wants to grow, wants to learn, wants to be a better version of themselves. And
on the mat, the training provides a rare space for absolute mental focus.
There's a saying, once you're in the dojo, you have to forget everything that's around you. You have to forget everything that happened in your life, and it's just you and the mat and your training. And once you're on that mat, there's nothing else you want to think about. You're in the moment, and that just gets all that stress out.
The balance of hard and soft leads to the club's most profound truth, the final lesson taught on the mat.
Martial arts isn't about getting into fights, it's about learning how to fight so you never have to fight.
Whatever you're interested in, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
As long as you actually stick to it and you keep going and have that open mind, you can do anything and it'll only make you a better person.
Just outside Van Fleet Hall, a group of UF students is redefining what it means to be strong. No weights, no machines, just pure body movement. The UF Calisthenics Club is proving that strength isn't about equipment. It's about discipline, community, and mastering your own body. This is finding strength in simplicity. Just beyond the walls of Van Fleet Hall, at UF's ROTC training course, a different kind of discipline is taking shape. There are no weights, no machines, no treadmills humming in the background, just bars, open air, and determination. This is where the UF Calisthenics Club meets several times a week. A group of students from all corners of the campus bound by one goal, to find strength in simplicity. For many, it starts with a small step, or even a simple flyer.
I first heard about calisthenics as I was walking to one of my classes. It was eye level, and right on a lamppost there was a little flyer. And the one thing that really caught my attention was it asked, "Do you want to learn how to do your first pull-up?" I think the coolest thing about calisthenics is basically it's like adult jungle gym. So you get to play on the monkey bars. I was quite good at that when I was a kid. So it's just going back to that and really learning how to use that in a way that will be beneficial for my health.
I noticed that for many in this club, the best parts are the people beside them. The encouragement after a tough set, or the shared excitement when somebody finally completes their first muscle up. Here, every small win matters.
You know, my first experience doing calisthenics was very welcoming. I met the main man, Ivan, and Jose. They did a little placement test for me, and I really learned what I need to do, and they showed me the exact types of workouts that they do, and that really opened my eyes.
Ivan, he's the president, he was incredibly welcoming, and the atmosphere was great. That's what kept me coming back, actually.
I spoke with Ivan and asked him about his mindset when it came to teaching and entering calisthenics. I would tell them to do our baseline test, because I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I would tell them to look at each category, both push and pull. Obviously, if they want to work on core and legs, that's available, but the main parts of calisthenics is push and pull, and look at the different progressions that there are and find a progression for them and stick to that. So a lot of people think like, oh, I can't do a push-up and therefore I can't start calisthenics. That's actually wrong. You can always find something that you can do. I've been into calisthenics for about 5 years, on and off. I just fell in love with the sport back then. I saw that there was no calisthenics club here, but there were sports clubs like underwater hockey even at UF. So I made it actually a year ago, and then now it's our second year starting. There's no hiding behind equipment here. Progress comes slow. One pull-up, one push-up, one failure at a time. And in that struggle, members say they've discovered something bigger than fitness. My identity was pretty much attached to the idea of me being the weakest in my class, if not of all the people that I knew. But over time, it helped me realize, one, I can get stronger. And once I did, I am stronger, right? So it has changed my life, because once I feel like that unlocked every other skill in life, and the idea of, right now I'm bad at it, but I can get better over time. And that just applies to everything now, and I would say that's pretty much it. At Van Fleet Hall, surrounded by an open sky and pull-up bars, the UF Calisthenics Club proves that real strength doesn't come from machines or mirrors, but from your mind and your body. My name is Joseph Short, and I'm calling you to find strength in simplicity.
When most people think of game day in the swamp, they think of the football players on the field. But there's another team that puts in the passion, sweat, and heart. This is the Gator Band, and this is their grind. The pride of the sunshine, the heartbeat of Gator Nation, the University of Florida's marching band. Founded in 1913, the Gator Band started as a 16-member cadet and grew over the years, leading the first homecoming parade in 1916. With over 100 years of history, the Gator Band has marched through generations of change, carrying the sound and spirit of the University of Florida. Much has changed, but the pride, passion, and tradition remains constant. But behind this iconic sound and spectacle are the students that make it happen, dedicating long hours week after week, following the direction of their leaders, and traveling around the country to cheer on the Gators.
Is it a lot of work? Yes. Is it a lot of fun? Yeah. I enjoy it so much. Even though I complain to a lot of people that my back hurts and stuff like that, it's still so much fun.
That's Matt Montalto, a fourth-year Gator Band veteran. For Matt, it's more than putting on the uniform. It's about belonging to something much bigger than himself.
It's an honor. It really is to be able to come out here, put on the drum, be in a storied band. There's so much history with the band. They've won awards. We've gone to all across the world. It just is an honor to be with them.
The honor that comes with being a member of the Gator Band provides a unique perspective, close enough to feel the crowd and essential to creating its energy. For drum major Jordan Costagliola, that connection is everything. He doesn't just feel the crowd, he commands it.
We are the heart of Gator Nation, and we can control the energy in that stadium so much. And so being the one who calls up the songs and conducts and starts and stops everything, that makes me feel like I have some sort of a really big effect on the crowd. And that is a feeling like no other.
From Jordan's conducting to Matt's drumline, each part of the band plays a crucial role in the game day atmosphere that makes the swamp the swamp.
I feel like a fan every single time I get in the uniform. I'm a fan, except I feel like I have I'm a little more than that at some points. I get to go on the field, I get to play the drum, I get to go to away games, which is a lot more than some other fans can say when they just come up to the swamp for a Mississippi State game every now and then.
Members of the band are more than the average Gator fan. They are the bridge between the players on the field and the crowds in the stands. They don't just play for the fans, they become the sound that moves them.
When I'm conducting and I turn to the side and I see all of the students chomping along with my conducting, that is an insane feeling. I truly feel like I can help the Gators win if I do a good enough job.
When the band marches out on game day, it's an energy like no other. It's infectious, lighting up the entire swamp with the pride of being a Gator.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It gets your adrenaline going. It gets you hyped up. It's insane. Again, let's go. Come on. I'm just ready. I'm just getting ready. It fills you up with adrenaline. You're just come on, let's do this thing. Let's go beat whoever we're playing. Let's go beat the drum. Let's go do this. That's how I feel when I run out of the tunnel. I'm just let's go.
That type of energy surges through every member of the Gator Band during each performance. It's a reminder of the unwavering pride for the orange and blue.
We work very hard and we love this school so much. And it is truly an honor to be able to wear the F on the front of our uniforms and stuff. The football team's been talking about this, play for the badge. And we feel that way too. We are Gator Nation, you know.
The pride of being a member of Florida's storied band makes every last hour of practice worth it. These students show up to the field and put aside the stresses of their classes, exams, and personal life and pour everything into the music. It's a tradition built on passion, unity, and hard work. It's a grind, but members of the Gator Band embrace it because it's just that great to be a Florida Gator.
High school football is a staple of North Florida, and Lake City, Florida is no exception. The Columbia Tigers are such a historic program with a very bright future. I recently took a trip to the jungle to learn more about their program.
About 40 miles north of Gainesville lies Lake City, Florida, which is home to one of Florida's most historic high school football programs, the Columbia Tigers. The Columbia Tigers are second in all-time wins in the state of Florida, trailing only the Manatee Hurricanes. This last year, they actually played the Manatee Hurricanes, and that saw the Tigers get one step closer to being number one with a win of 35-0. Coach Brian Allen talks about playing and preparing different caliber of opponents throughout the season.
The opponents that people say that we're supposed to beat, go beat them convincingly. The ones that they say that we're not supposed to beat, have an opportunity in that game that you do things right and you come out the victor.
So for Coach Allen, every game feels the same. But for player Julian De La Cruz and Pep Club president Griffin Roberts, there's a noticeable difference in homecoming.
I definitely play a lot better. I feel like when it comes down to me, I just play better under pressure. And we're built for these games, scheduled hard games all season, so it's just normal.
We usually have a big crowd for football games, but definitely the homecoming one, that's when everybody shows up. They're loud, they're ready to be there and ready to watch King and Queen get announced and then watch our Tiger football team do the rest of the work.
So for Coach Allen, the same pressure was on this week as is on every week. Go out and win the biggest game of the season, which is the next game. For players and fans alike, there was a different pressure on this game. This game was homecoming, and when the lights shine the brightest, they have to perform.
We're going to take it home, take home the dub for homecoming.
This Friday, Blue Devils are going to come to Lake City, Florida, and they're going to see who the real Florida football team is.
With the expectations set, Clay begins the game with an onside kick, which is recovered by Columbia, which turns into 6 quick points on the ground. On the inverse, Clay marches the ball right down the field, putting Columbia in a tough spot. Is Julian De La Cruz up for the challenge?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to go make a play.
Which he does, getting the huge tackle for loss, which results in a stop in the red zone for Columbia. And it was just more of the same. On the ground, check downs, screen passes. The short passing game was the answer for Columbia all night long as they kept putting together long drives, eventually leading to a halftime score of 14-0. While Columbia seems to be a powerhouse this year, looking to make a deep playoff run with a high seed, it hasn't always been that way. When Coach Allen got here for his second stint a few years ago, he had to put in the work of building a culture.
The team, the culture, all those things had to be watered, all those things had to be fertilized, it had to get sun. And now we're here sitting at 7-1 with an opportunity tomorrow night to be 8-1.
With the team now sitting at 8-1, Coach Allen still emphasizes the importance of player leadership.
You don't have to be the coach in the locker room anymore. Your leaders are the coach in the locker room. When you're away from Columbia High School and you're in the community around Lake City, the leaders are the coach. They're saying the same thing that they've heard their head guys saying when they're here at football. So it's extremely important that that happens, that your voice is always amongst your group of your team when your leaders are delivering that message the same.
Well, in his third year in his current stint and his 13th overall, Coach Allen has certainly built a program that fans and players alike are bought into this winning culture that has been built. CHS is on the up again.
No scholarships, no shortcuts, just pure competition. Hundreds try out, but only the best survive. UF Men's Club soccer team is proving that passion and drive can rival any Division I program.
At the University of Florida, soccer doesn't stop with the absence of a Division I program. The UF Men's Club soccer team is one of the most competitive and successful student-run sports organizations on campus, and making it onto the roster isn't easy. Each semester, more than 150 players show up to tryouts, but only a handful make the cut.
We had about 170 people try out on day one, and we ended up only taking about 10 after 3 days of tryouts. So it's definitely pretty competitive, pretty selective. We've gone to nationals 4 out of the last 5 years, and we're going back to regionals next week.
That drive for excellence doesn't stop once players make the team. Practices are intense and expectations are high, both on and off the field.
Honestly, just the love of the game keeps me back, and a lot of the time I use it as a little mental break. If I've been studying the whole day, I have 2 hours to play soccer and relax myself, so when I go back to studying, I'm really calm.
For many players, club soccer at UF is the perfect balance. Competitive play without sacrificing academics.
During high school, I only had a few like small D3 school offers to play. So it was either go to a school of 3,000 kids and play D3, where my whole priority would be playing soccer and trying to move up the ranks of college soccer, or I could actually focus on my education as well as getting a decent competitive soccer environment at the same time. So for me, Florida was a pretty easy choice.
And while the team is student-run, the structure is anything but casual. Players take leadership roles seriously, from organizing practices to managing travel and tournaments.
President and the vice president have the authority to kind of be like player coaches on the team. But this semester, we actually brought on an actual like volunteer coach. So it can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's still fun if you really like it.
The team holds a rigorous training schedule with 3 practices a week. Every player here says that what makes this program so special is that everyone chooses to be a part of it, and that drive shows on the field.
Coming here, you have to really lock in, because it does matter to everyone. Once you're here, everybody does care about how the team's going to do. And with that, we want to win nationals. That's obviously our goal every time.
For the players, soccer is more than a sport. It's a source of connection and community.
It really replicates my soccer friends from high school, because coming here, I feel like the people here are a lot different. And the kids I grew up with playing soccer are just more fun, more energetic, and these guys really replicate that and show me a lot of what I miss and my friends back home.
It is really nice to have a group of people who you can kind of be vulnerable around and kind of just have fun, because I think it's always good when you're super stressed doing work, you can just come out here and kind of forget about all of that and kind of just let it all out in the field. It's been really fun. I've definitely gained a lot of friendships that I think I'm going to carry on after college, and I'll definitely probably come back to a couple of the alumni events, because I just feel like a little bit of a connection to the team in general, regardless of who's on it. I feel like I can always be welcomed here.
With another trip to nationals on the horizon, UF men's club soccer team continues to prove that even without varsity status, the Gator spirit runs deep. From the University of Florida, I'm Martina Montenegro, Reptile Report.
Peak Pulse is putting the club in Run Club. Every Thursday and Saturday, hundreds of runners hit the pavement at Depot Park. Not just for the miles, but for the people running alongside them. Let's catch up with this community. Peak Pulse is one of Gainesville's fastest growing social communities. It founded in the summer of 2024. There are only about 15 to 20 people showing up to each meeting. Now, to each Thursday meeting, there's between 75 to 100 or more people showing up, with sponsors such as Lululemon, Mass by Nestle, and Celsius. They're also able to throw huge events at McDenton's or at Lou's Bagels, where they combine the fitness aspect with the social aspect. Their motto, more than motion.
So I was a recently graduated, recently single guy, and I just wanted a way to meet people. I don't go out, I don't drink, so there's not really a lot of places to meet people like that here in Gainesville. Just for my job, I had to stay here in Gainesville after I graduated, and I was like, how the heck am I gonna meet people? Not even just girls, but that's an important part of life, but also just friends and like-minded individuals that wanna be healthy and get active. So run clubs were kind of popping, and I was like, all right, let's go on a run together. This is more than motion. This is a community. It's a collective. It's a lot more than just a run club or doing Pilates in the park. It's getting together, pushing each other, becoming friends. But it's a lot more than just running. It's so much more than that. You got to come out to experience it, but it really is like a fun community and a family. And just college kids want something to do. There is this kind of trend towards being sober, not going out, being active, wellness clubs, run clubs, whatever. So there's a lot of people looking for things like this to do, and you just got to take that initiative and do it. It's the best possible situation for me. I get to make new friends, get healthier, get in shape, and then just have fun and do something I love. So it's super easy to show up. To come out to Peak Pulse, really, we welcome all faces and all paces, so don't feel pressured to come out. it's a lot better to run with people. So that's the whole idea. We're out here, there's hundreds of people out there. You can meet new friends, run any pace, find someone that's faster or slower or walk, whatever you want to do. Just get out there and start moving. You got to stay healthy and just have fun.
I was looking for a community to join. So I was here alone over the summer after freshman year. I saw them on Instagram and they had 60 followers, I think. And so I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I was like, let me come, and I met a great group of people instantly off the bat, of all ages, and then I've kind of formed like a family within the community. They've been really welcoming. I've had people come and help me fix my car when my car is broken down. We've had like little parties to celebrate. We're gonna get a group of 30 plus people in Savannah and run a half marathon up there. So it really is like a family, which is great. So I'll help out with marketing strategies. So we've been lucky enough to partner now with On Running, Brooks, Fit to Run, Lululemon. We're doing events at McDayton's now. So we've grown the Instagram from, I hopped on when we were at about 400 followers, and now we're at almost 5,000. I say don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. I would have never met these people had I not just showed up. Showing up is the hardest part. So as long as you show up, you're gonna wanna come back. We have a great community. We have great people out here. We're more than running. We welcome walkers. We have Pilates. We do yoga after. We just wanna help you become a better version of yourself. So don't be afraid to come out to Peak Pulse.
It's nice, it's easy that it's in a college town. I think college students, we're not pulling in six figures. We can't spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff. So having something that's free, having something where you're sober and you're socializing, college towns don't really have that. So those two draws, it being later in the week, if you have exams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you want to de-stress, or if you want to get your exercise in before the weekends, it's that nice perfect middle ground, that nice balance. If you're a first timer, all faces, all paces, run, walk, sprint, show up, smile, sad, you'll be walking away with a smile.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Reptile Report. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates.